all for coming to this divine engagement once again this Sunday, where we have our divine meetings and we invite people out to come out and build and share their energy and their consciousness inside of what we're doing, and allow us to project this divine energy out to the cosmos, because this is our black media, our conscious media network that we're wholeheartedly distributing and putting this out to the people to kind of wake their minds up. This is what we're using this platform for, to get this consciousness to our people and begin to wake them up. This is our unified effort to distribute empowered knowledge, information, and consciousness to our people to affect their life and condition and their situation. So I first want to just thank people for being here, and let's just clap that we all got here and made it out to this meeting this week. Now, the powerful thing about this is last week I had the flu. It lasted me for about 2 or 3 days. So I was extremely sick. So I consider that a near life and death experience for myself. So I am grateful to be here speaking to people. I'm not taking these moments where the guys can come together and build for granted, because this is very important. I was watching a Dr. York DVD earlier, and you never know when someone will be there to speak and teach, at what time they'll be there and available to share the knowledge that they have, due to the nature, due to the white devil, due to whatever elements that exist. So every time I get up here and speak, I see this as a victory over all the challenges in the universe that want to suppress the black voice of the black God, and what we have to say in this time. And this media represents, these DVDs and this conscious represents the empowerment of our voice, not depending on these Europeans or whatever media institutions or whoever has to sign and co-sign what you can and can't say, what you can and can't do as a black God and who you are. This is an independent media. So every time I speak, this is a victory for black guys over all the challenges of life, not just the European, but any challenges that we might face that may try to, challenge our integrity and our determination and our determined effort to get this message out. So this meeting just represents, it's a lot more than just teaching. It's every time I get up here, it's victory over white supremacy completely. It's victory over the negative thoughts and the limited projections and the limitations of the mind of our people. Because some people say, well, them niggas are still over there doing that. They should have been took that down. I knew the CIA was gonna come and the white devil was gonna come and bring what they doing down. They're still at it. So we're proving them a lie. Every time we consistently step forward to put this message, we have survived poison attacks, because I say even a flu thing that is going around is chemical warfare. It's not a real flu or real virus that people are actually catching. They actually want to slow things down. When they see society moving too progressively and moving too fast, then they develop a new strand of the flu, so many people are sick home in bed. This is a strategy. And it's not just for revolutionaries, it's just a social strategy that they use, period, to slow things down. How else they going to get, just like they can just stop traffic and have a traffic stop, well, they create these health stops by putting out these different vaccines to slow down the movement of society as a whole. When they think people are getting out of control, then they bedridden, They try to get as many people bedridden as they possibly can. So that's a clandestine strategy that they use to kind of govern the activities and the behaviors of a community and of a people. So every time we speak, we have overcome all these different manner of challenges and obstacles, and we're daily and weekly defeating them. And every time we defeat some of them, we're getting stronger and stronger as a community. Every time we go through any negative obstacles or any negative challenges that have come upon our path, we're 10 times stronger afterwards. And that's exactly how it should be. So as the time go by, we literally become invincible to things that were stopping us, stifling us, and slowing us down years back. Because a lot of times we didn't even recognize how some things were affecting us and challenging our integrity to nation build. We wasn't even aware of it. We thought we were just going through regular situations. We didn't have the context to see that, wait a minute, they're actually stopping us from manifesting our highest vision of changing the condition and the mindset of our peoples. Those were what those obstacles were doing, no matter where they came from. So we have to become completely victorious over all challenges to literally stand and shine over all the enemies that are trying to bring down this nationalistic, black imperialistic, black supremacist message that's being brought forth. So that's something to be aware of. So out of this victory, to get up here and speak again, to bring forth this message, I want to make this a very powerful deliverance. The first thing that I want to speak on in this lecture was a revolutionary drive. And I started off talking about this earlier because I was talking about love and revolution. Like saying that the phenomenon of love is synonymous with revolution. And what do I mean by that? It takes a courageous person to love. After all of the challenges that individuals go through in relationships with people, all of the positive energy that you put out and your best effort that you put forth into the universe, and all that is taken for granted, that people step and walk on, for an individual to love after that, that is revolutionary. Do you see the point I'm making? It's like, because now the courage that it takes to love after all of that comes from the same place that it takes to be a revolutionary. Meaning that the love that you have can change you. Just the fact that you love means that you're open to change. Because love requires you to change to embody or to align yourself with that of which you love. So if you begin to see revolution as love, then you see one thing, that it's not just completely intellectual, and it's not completely mental or completely philosophical. It is a heart experience. It's an emotional experience. And what do I mean by that? I mean that when you say you love the people, and that is what it must be rooted on. It's a love of self that is now seen in your people. So you see yourself in your people, and your love of self is now your love of your race, your love of your species, your love of your community, your love of your family, culture, nation. So now when you see that love in them, which is a reflection of yourself, that love begins to say, well, I want to change the condition of this community, of this people, out of that real experience of love. Now, intellectually, it may not sound logical. You know, a child is trapped in the bottom of a well. Logically, you feel if you go down there, you're going to get trapped down there with the baby. But the love of that child is your willingness to go through insurmountable circumstances to find a solution, to find a way. Now, many people that saying that there is no way that we can change the condition of our people, that we have already failed before we succeeded, and that the white man is superhuman, those people do not have love. Because when you have love, there's not a lot that a person can tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot that a person can say to you if your child is trapped in the bottom of the well. Well, you can't go down there. It's just over with. Just chalk it up for your baby. You see the point I'm making? Chalk it up for your child, your only son. Chalk it up. You're not going to be able to get in that well and get him. If you go down there, you're going to be trapped. There's no way we're going to get down there. Now, a person who loves their progeny and their offspring cannot even begin to conceptualize that, even though it may sound rational. It sounds rational and very intellectually sophisticated that you cannot go down to the bottom of this well and get your child. But the average individual is not going to want to hear that because they have love. And out of the love, they begin to find a way where there was no way. They begin to develop a strategy where there appeared to be no strategy. They begin to develop energy where there was nothing but fatigue. They begin to develop a vision where there was nothing but discouragement. Do you see the point I'm making? Out of the love that they actually had and felt. So revolution requires that. Love. Because when you have a burning, sincere love for your people, it's not a lot that black, Negro, Uncle Tom people can tell you. It's not a lot that white devils can tell you. It's not a lot that fear-based people can tell you, because the love is that strong. Now, without that love,